This will destroy you!
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. It's time for a review, so let's have a little back and forth on this new This Will Destroy You LP, Tunnel Blanket. These guys are a Texas instrumental rock band, and back in 2008, when they dropped their self-titled LP, they were just another one of those sparkling guitar bands with slow-building crescendos and musical passages. And even though these guys are a different band, they write songs differently, they did get a lot of understandable comparisons to Explosions in the Sky or God is an Astronaut. But these dudes, even though they've been categorized as a rock band, have always had kind of a soft spot for ambient music, for drone, for noise. That's been displayed on some tracks from their self-titled debut, that single EP that they dropped in 2010, and also on Tunnel Blanket. That triumphant crescendo style of post-rock that we're used to hearing is not on this record. It's been swapped out for something much darker and noisier and gargantuan. And in a way it reminds me a lot of those loud, droning, dissonant interludes from my favorite Godspeed records, or even songs from Swan's soundtracks for the blind, and also one of my favorite Mogwai tracks, like Harad. Tunnel Blanket packs 1 full hour of material into 8 tracks, and they all flow together pretty cohesively. And I was really gripped by this LP at the start with the opener Little Smoke, and I'm not sure I could have asked for a better opener on this record. After about 3 minutes of very subtle and somber chords, it just explodes into the end of the world with all these guitars just grinding against my ears until I've given up all hope for mankind. And the crescendo here, there is no crescendo, son. It's drone. Get wrapped up in the atmosphere. Get wrapped up in the rumble. I love that. It's just 12 minutes of this nice, blissful, vast intensity that seems endless. The next track is a lot like that, but goes much easier on the ears. It's kind of like the calm after the storm. I love the cycling sounds at the end of this track, and the thing is, for these first 2 tracks, the entire album really, with the exception of pretty much nothing, I love the textures, I love the sounds, very high quality sounds from beginning to end. I could just listen to these sounds just drone forever, and I would be pretty entertained. It reminded me a lot of the textures that I heard off that new Tim Hecker record, actually. But the middle of this LP is where things get a little hairy for me. Communal Blood starts off really well. The swells are very subtle, and the chords just strike this painful spot in me. It sounds like a beautiful orchestration from Ennio Morricone. Pronunciation? And the thing is, with the way the drums are mixed on this song, the crash cymbals, the bass drum pretty much engulf the entire song, just swallow the mix, and make it difficult for me to really enjoy anything else. But my least favorite track here is Killed the Lord, Left for the New World, which sits right in the middle of this album. And maybe I don't like it that much because it goes back to that more triumphant, that more rock-oriented sound. And with the way the snares are marching, with the way the chords are moving, it all just feels so predictable to me with where it's going. And because of that, I don't really feel like I want to be on for the ride. I don't really get blown away by Tunnel Blanket again until Black Dunes. But the thing about that track is that it goes for a similar, very quiet intro, and then explosion at a few minutes in left hook that the first track does. And though the textures are different, Dunes is a little harsher than that first track. It just feels like I've run this course before. I'm kind of feeling a strong 6 to a light 7 on this record. It was pretty good, and surprisingly, the more rock-oriented moments on here, I didn't end up enjoying that much. I really loved the drone moments. I really loved the more ambient moments. Ultimately, I asked myself, I love that this sounds like things that I love, but is this what I love? I mean, if you really value loud, deep, and interesting sounds, then, you know, at least visit this. Do not take my lukewarm attitude as, you know, oh, avoid this. No, I think you should try this. I think you should try this. All right. What do you think about this record? You loving it? You hating it? Why? And what do you think I should review next? Anthony Fantano, this will destroy you forever.